Coming to you live from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios, it's the Cigar Pulpit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm the Bishop of the Burn, Nick, and with me we have our Battle of the Budgets tasting panel. We have Luke, my 635 millimeter.
Hello, everyone.
And we have Dave, Smoking Butts Dave.
Hi.
And we're back. You have no idea. I have their family members held at gunpoint in an undisclosed location. I'm forcing them to smoke 10 cigars today. We've already done round one, which if you missed our first round, go back to Tuesday's show where we smoked 4 different cigars, and of those 4 determined the cigar that is moving on to the next, or the championship round, which will come out on this upcoming Tuesday. And today we're going to be smoking another 4 that we will be determining the winner of, and that will be the other cigar going on to the championship. For those of you who maybe for whatever reason missed last time, the CAO Fasa Sol ended up taking the day and moved on to the championship. And today we've got 4 new cigars, all under $8 MSRP, that we're going to be smoking and trying. We have some criteria that we're going to, judge them by. We're each going to assign a numerical amount or score to that cigar. We're going to average it up, and the one that averages up to the highest score will be the one that moves on to the championship round. What are those criteria there, Luke?
Criteria include the construction of the cigar, essentially the cap and then the wrapper and whatnot, the draw of cigar, the coal notes and footnotes and smell prior to burning, and then the experience, which includes burn time, profile, strength and body, complexity of the cigar, and then our final impressions on that cigar. Okay. Well, I am handing you guys all cigar number 1. So these cigars were all numbered and labeled. We had an independent individual come in and label these all up anonymously so that we don't know what we're smoking. We are smoking blind. And the first group consisted of cigars number 2, number 5, number 6, and number 8. So, yeah, that doesn't mean much to you. You can go back to the last episode and listen to that if you want the notes as to what those are. And then this round will consist of cigars 1, 3, 4, and 7. And after we have completed our scoring, that's when we will reveal what those cigars were. I guess I should probably give a shout out to the 4 that we did smoke last time. Like I said, the CAO Fasa was the winner of that round. In addition, we also smoked the United Natural Toro, the Havana Q Toro, and the Havana Q Quorum Toro, not total, and then the La Aurora Connecticut Toro. So this time we have 4 new cigars. I've just handed everybody cigar number 1. And that means it is time to cut the cigar, and the official cutting is brought to you by 2guyscigars.com. That's the number 2guyscigars.com. 2 Guys have been around for 40 years, and they are the trusted name in the cigar industry. Everybody knows 2 Guys, but if you don't, please give them a try. You won't be sorry. Family owned and operated, 2guyscigars.com does the very best to provide a great selection, fair prices, and excellent customer service. So head on over to 2guyscigars.com for your next cigar purchase. Tell them that the Cigar Pulpit sent you, and remember, that's the number 2guyscigars.com. And with that, it's time we go ahead and cut the first cigar of this episode. Alrighty, so as I said, we are cutting cigar number 1. But before we do so, let's look it over. Get those initial pre-light notes taken care of here. It is a dark bastard, like right off the bat. We are starting with an obvious Maduro. And nice and oily.
It is oily. The cap is a cap. I won't say it's perfect.
Yeah, it's a closed foot. It's well made, but the cap, yeah.
It is a closed foot, and that tells me a lot. If for those of you who want to see the full list of what cigars we are smoking in this Battle of the Budgets, I have posted that in the Parishioners group and on my Instagram. Knowing what that list is, I have a very good idea as to what the cigar is. So, it is what it is. You know, sometimes there's a feature that kind of makes it obvious. But nonetheless, you know, I don't know for certain, but I'm pretty certain.
Yeah.
So anyway,
it's hard to get aroma off the closed cap, but I really don't smell too much.
okay. I gave mine a cut there, and I'll give it as best a cold draw as I can with that closed foot.
Yeah, it's difficult. Nothing off-putting, though.
No, I wouldn't say anything off-putting.
Yeah, I'm not getting much.
Okay.
Again, the draws.
Maybe like a cut grass or something like that. Something mildish so far.
Yeah, it's there. I don't. Yeah, it's nothing too obvious. But all right. Well, while we light this guy up, let's take advantage of that time to listen to the greatest commercial you've ever heard.
Some say cigars are all the same. It's just not true. It's you I have to blame.
Well, I don't know, 'cause what I know, there is a cigar called Aladino.
Corojo. Aladino Corojo. Aladino Corojo. They say authentic, so we're not confused, while the others say it's a word that's just abused.
I guess that's so. They can't compete. At least I'm sure Aladino can't be beat.
Corojo. Aladino Corojo. Aladino Corojo. Aladino Cigars use authentic Corojo tobacco from JRE Tobacco. This is the greatest commercial you ever heard. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So we're lit up. And I'll say, it kicks off a lot of smoke right off the front.
Smoky but flavor bomb immediate.
Yes, very spicy.
Yeah. There is a tingle. Tingle to the lips. Tingle to the tongue.
Yummy.
Initial thoughts there, Luke? You're the one that really likes it right off the tip.
Yeah, I like the tip. No, this is up my alley right off the bat. A little bit of cocoa, a little bit of perhaps some bakers. Like when I mean cocoa, I mean like maybe like a cocoa powder. But
holy God.
Man down.
Oh my God.
Sir, I'm a first responder. Can I help you?
Oh my God. It just lingers. That is a hell of a strong retrohale off the front. Oh my God. I think I got a little down my throat too. That didn't help. That's what she said. Oh fuck.
That's nice.
It's not too bad for me. I think you got a little too much in the wrong spot.
Get an eye toke or something.
Fuck. Yeah, no, that hit hard.
Had smoke for lunch.
Woo.
Right off the bat, I mean the burn lines. I'm a quarter inch of complete straight. I don't know. This is up my alley right off the bat so far. But
this is quality.
What do you guys think?
You can tell right out the bat. This
I like
is
it very much.
And I'm like, I know what the cigar is. I mean, I think
I do too.
I know what the cigar is. No, I despite the fact that it almost just tried to kill me, it brought out a knife, held it against my throat, and threatened to slit me open right here and now, just like the clown last night. I 100% do enjoy this cigar. I just have to know that I have to be very careful with the retrohale going forward. But no, I'm enjoying it so far. In a little bit I've had.
Yeah, it's right off the bat. I mean, it's not strength. I'm getting right away. It's body. It's
Yes.
super flavorful. It's
Yes.
very oily on the palate. It's very, yeah. It's a great. This is up my alley. Basically,
It's another steak dinner cigar.
Yep.
Definitely. No, this is one that you don't want to like start the day with. This is definitely one that kind of have later in the day, like you said, nice heavy meal. It's got a lot to it.
Perhaps
and
even
you can tell that just right off the front here. I mean, at most like what, like a third of an inch, half an inch at most in
Maybe
this.
half an inch.
You're even slow behind me. So, yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, right off the bat. No complaints.
All right. Well, very cool. Burn. My burn line's super straight. Burn time. I bet if I, sit and gave this the effort, over an hour, I would think this would be a cigar that would take over an hour
Oh yeah, definitely.
to smoke.
This would be an hour and a half, 2 hours for me.
Okay.
I agree fully. Yeah, this is a slow burning stick. It's very compact. I can't wait to see what happens with it.
Okay. Next up is you have profile. We talked a little about that. It's a bold, meaty cigar here. Strength of body. Fuck, man. I'm jaded because I just killed myself with it. So like, in terms of strength of body, I mean, we're early. Obviously, it gets stronger as it goes, or at least typically most cigars do. So, taking that into account, like, I don't know, where are you guys feeling like?
I'm feeling like a high 7.
For strength, yeah.
This has a nice burn, especially on the retro, like a wasabi burn. Like it
yes.
kicks you and then it's gone.
Yes.
Very, very
I would
nice.
say I'd agree with 7. I don't know about high 7.
We're talking strength,
Well,
though, right?
I'm talking I'm guessing all the way through. I think it
Okay.
will ramp up to a high 7 if it's starting off like this.
Well, let's just, for shiggles here. Let's read off. Let's look at the Cigar Authority flavor meter or strengthometer. Cause I feel like that's
I would say
it's the only strengthometer out there. So
it's I've never seen a visual. It's a beautiful thing.
right. It's
color coding's
yeah,
nice.
You gotta.
It's the best commercial ever made, and also the best strengthometer.
So number 7. So when you're at 7, we're comparing this to other 7 cigars, which would be the Perdomo Champagne, the Pissed Off Christoph, Monte Cristo 1935, the All Saints St. Francis, the Mi Querida, Toscano Master Age number 4, the Mastranza, and the Gold Star. I would be willing to say it fits in there. It's in there with the Gold Star. Some of those I haven't had,
Yeah, me neither.
So like some of them I can't necessarily say. I don't know. Going down to a 6, that's when we're talking Aging Room Sonata, McAuliffe Black, United Habano, Alfonso, Aurora Maduro, the Julius Caesar, Oliva V, Garofalo Sun-Grown, Intemperance, Adventura Blue-Eyed Jack, Christoph Vente, Rocky Patel Sun-Grown Maduro, Topper Grand, All Saints Dedication, the Crux Epicure Maduro, and the Rocky Patel Emerald. Oh, and the Bentley Green. So, there's a lot listed there at 6. I could say high 6, low 7.
Yeah, it's actually starting to mellow out a bit for me, so I'm going to go with solid 7.
Because 8, you're getting into hotcakes, Aladino Reserva, Neanderthal, Olmec, Placencia Alma Fuerte, Aganorsa Leaf, Supreme Leaf, and Firecracker Maduro. And it's not an 8.
To be honest, I'm still not even medium yet.
Really?
The body's insane. If there was a body meter.
I got a body meter.
That's just nasty.
Yeah. I'm going to go now. But
I guess it's
seriously.
all personal preference, though.
Yeah. Well, the body meter or this.
Well, actually, technically both. You can
Yeah.
make the argument both are, but definitely the body
But-
meter.
Sometimes people accidentally confuse body with strength, right? Because sometimes you have a high body cigar that's so pungent of flavor and such.
Well, again, you got to realize I just slit my own freaking
Yeah,
throat
of course.
with the retro. So, of course, I'm looking at
You taste it in your
strength,
eyes.
too. Yeah.
I see what you're saying there. Like
Where the
and
other one's
I think-
nicotine.
I think that's what it is. I think there's a lot going on. There's a lot there. It's just very full.
The ash is good. It does look a little on the flaky side. Like there are some definitive,
Fuzzies.
fuzzies.
I got a couple.
The fuzzies are
yeah.
there. But there's also some definitive, not cracks, but
That's strange.
It's
I got
like
a difference.
definition
Look at the
lines.
difference
It's
in
like
ours.
it's layered.
that is a very significant difference between my ash and your ash.
Like I'm looking at it.
I have
Yeah.
a bigger crack in my ash.
Well,
Anyways,
It's a little more cracky on the body meter than yours.
yeah, heavy crack.
Oh, shit.
Again, cigars are handmade, and I'm sure everyone would agree that, and I'm sure it's most manufacturers, when they come off the line and they're rolled, they tend to match them by the variance of colors, so the box looks
Yes.
balanced. So you're getting in a box of cigar, you may be getting slightly different internals and a different roller and all kinds of stuff. There's always variance in cigars. Like our ashes right now are absolutely different.
I already tapped it because I was worried it was going to fall.
Yeah, and where
You gotta
mine.
tap
Whereas
that
yours
ash.
is solid.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have even thought about tapping that
Yeah.
one just yet.
Yeah.
So,
mine's like in the middle of you two guys.
yeah, you're just
Got a couple
Interesting.
layers going on.
interesting. Okay.
I dare say, unless anything goes wrong, this is a fantastic cigar for me. I mean, personally.
I think it's
This
going
is-
to score very highly. I am all of a sudden now getting quite the run. I think I'm smoking it too fast, though.
How's your draw? Because that could be.
That's the thing,
It's a
and
little-
I
it's a
think
little
it
labor.
might be a little on the laborious. Not bad, but I think it's just a little bit labored to where that's making me draw on it just a little bit more. I am going to do something. I'm gonna help myself out and see if this does. I'm gonna give it a V cut. I did the straight cut already, but every once in a while I'll do that. I'll come back later if it's got a tougher draw. Just give it a V cut just to see, cut a little bit further into it and see if I can open it up a little bit better. Oh. I think that helped. We'll see. But anyway, so we'll give this just a smidge longer and then we'll move on to cigar number 3. So, gentlemen,
Yes.
what are we going to talk about now?
I mean, we kind of have to have another entertainment segment, right?
We do, but we're only 18
Right.
minutes in, so
I'd like to publicly apologize.
for what?
To your dad.
Oh,
I think I was a little rough on him on the whole New Balance thing. I joke with him about the New Balance thing, and I know he doesn't own New Balance, but he knows what I mean.
he's bought some new shoes, but they are not New
Not
Balance.
So this stems from a game.
Although I will say, I'm going to out him.
Yes.
I will out him. The ad you created with AI. He did message me. I guess you sent it to him.
Yes, a couple of versions of it, I think.
All right. Well, at least the first version that you did. He did message me because you sent it to me too, and I sent it to him. I didn't realize you'd sent it to him. And he said, yeah, Luke sent me this. And he goes, I hate to admit it. He goes, but those shoes actually do look pretty good. So
Yeah.
for what it's worth, AI at least made a nice looking pair of New Balance shoes that a Corvette owner might be interested in.
Corvette.
So anyway, I'm sorry. Please continue.
No, so we play this game, me and my wife. We used to play this. It's called automotive or automobile demographics, right? So if you're on a long road trip, play this. It's hilarious. So you got to pull up and you're passing a car. Based on what car they're driving, you're going to guess what they look like.
This sounds like stereotyping to me.
Oh, and it's amazing. It's amazing. certain cars, I'm talking 99 percentile. I don't know why or how or whatever. It's just demographics. The hardest one is the minivan. A minivan could be an elderly couple, could be a plumber, could be a kid, could be. I mean, it's
anybody,
and that's probably why it sells so well as well, right? Because it has an enormous demographic. A Corvette will have a 99% male. Facial hairs are around the 90% marker. You'll never see a guy driving without a mustache or goatee. The amount, it's unbelievable. We'll pull up and it's like, yeah, of course.
Typically of the Caucasian variety.
Caucasian is in general, yeah. And then another one is, I don't even know why, but the more modern Volkswagen Bugs. Large sunglasses, blonde hair, girl.
I could see that.
I have no idea why or how, and it's called me, making.
What about Subarus? What are you?
That's regional. That's regional.
I want to see if I can get him in trouble.
I think we all know the answer.
Well, no, it's funny because in our area where I'm at, Subarus, it's anyone but everyone because they do make some really nice performance cars. I know we're getting at with the stereotype. Now, if you go to the west coast of Canada, their dealerships will have this stereotype you're speaking of selling the car because the amount of
you could store a lot of softball equipment in a Subaru.
Yes, you can.
I'm just saying.
But anyways, that's why I poke at your dad because if you go to a Corvette show, which I've done a couple of times, we have a Corvette club in our area.
Mm-hmm.
There should be a New Balance wrap there. It's khaki shorts, New Balance,
set up.
Corvette golf top,
typically tucked in,
facial hair. When they get out of the vet, there's a lot of back pain. You know, they pull out of the vet, they're like, "Holy shit! I just drove this 10 minutes."
Well, that just comes with age. I mean, that's why the last 3 vehicles I've owned have been SUVs, and I'm probably too young for this, but I also have done my body no favors. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love a car I have to climb into and fall out of. I do not like a vehicle that I fall into and have to climb out of.
Truth.
And some people might be out there thinking like, what are you talking about? Just think about your vehicle and think about what the feeling is when you get in and out of it. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
And a Corvette definitely falls.
You fall into a Corvette and you have to climb out of a Corvette.
Absolutely. Whereas
my Equinox, it's a smaller SUV. So like it's more of almost like a slide in, slide out. My Pathfinder I had before this was a little taller, and that I did climb into and fall out of. Your truck, I would climb into and fall out of.
Yeah. And it's kind of having a caddy in the good old days, right? That depicts a sports car.
Yeah.
If you can fall out of a car, it's an automobile. And if you have to, climb out of it, you're definitely on the road. You're sitting on the road. You're driving a sports car.
Which, I mean, I get. That's the whole point. I mean, you want to sit low and go fast,
Sort of gravity.
But
I do have to
just fuck with your knees and your back.
I do have to text him, but you know what? I'll just say it on the air.
He does listen, so
yeah. So down the street from me, a gentleman I know, his niece works for the proving areas for General Motors, and she came over to his house with the X model that he loves so much. But it was in the process of being tested.
Yeah.
So they had kind of that sticker material over it, so people take photos of it. They can't figure out what it looks like.
Oh yeah.
And it was all leopard print.
Oh.
So when I first saw it, I'm like, "Oh, this guy's a cheeseball, man. He's got a leopard. This guy's got a leopard vet. This is insane, Or actually, it didn't even look like a vet. It looked, they're hard. The newer vets, I still have trouble getting used to them.
They look like a Ferrari.
Yeah, very much so. And so this guy went for a spin with her and didn't realize, he should have called me. And he was just going on about she's stomping on it and they're passing. And this is in a residential neighborhood, which is terrible, but he's like, it's unbelievable. The acceleration is surreal. I have to talk to Dad more about it. I don't know if it's the model. I think it has a front electric.
I couldn't tell you.
If not, maybe there's one coming out, but yeah, 1,200 horse at your discretion is And I mean horse that you can use. You can put 12,000 horse or 1,200 horse in a 60 Camaro, but you're driving on ice. You know, it doesn't hook up, and you're turning corners and praying to God. This thing is handling the 1,200 horse. So it must be, and apparently the sticker price is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, I bet.
You know?
Interesting.
But for what you get, the performance you get, it's still
But the thing is,
great value.
But your average driver, I mean, are they really going to be able to handle that much power? Because I know my dad's talked to me about, how a phenomenon with Corvettes the last however many years, I guess, has been, obviously they're putting more power into it. And so guys are going out and buying one, but you see a lot of very low mileage used vets on the lot because they'll go out, they'll buy it, they'll realize, holy shit, this is too much for me. And then they return it.
Yeah. I don't know if this one is an option either. I know Dodge, like when they deal with, their high-end stuff, Demon and their, SRT models and stuff, they have a choice, right? They could detune the car. They actually have a different key fob for the Demon. You have a red key fob. So if you don't want to drive those, 700 plus ponies, you can essentially, the car detunes itself and you're driving now 500 horsepower.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if that's the option for this one.
I don't know.
Or not. Cause, but yeah, the potential there is just, yeah. And a lot of people, when they buy vets, it's, or any car for that matter, that's that expensive and that fast. It's more of a status symbol, right? Like I bought a GTS 911 because I could afford it. Then they don't realize this thing's made for a track.
So,
out of the
okay,
box.
that leads to another question I have. We mentioned there's a handful of shows back, and I think it was Seth that called in and talked about how he used to take a car racing on a track, and just some of the hidden costs of that, like calling your insurance and telling them, hey, I'm racing today, so that day your insurance shoots through the freaking roof.
Or you don't have it.
Or cost of tires, costs of fluids, things of that nature. You've got to handle. Have you ever gone racing? You ever taken one of your cars on a track?
No. All my cars are drag straight. Like I don't have any road cars. I used to have an old Dart. To all the Mopar guys out there, I had a '69 Dart 340 car. The motor was done up a bit, but it was a K car of the '60s. This thing was like half unibody, K-member construction. It was not designed to handle the torsion or anything. And any road track, this thing would just die on. I've never driven on a road track with anything that can hug the road like a vet. Or I have my brother-in-law's dad just bought a newer vet, and I did take it for a spin. But I mean, there's only so much you can do on city streets, right?
Yeah. Well, legally.
Yeah, of course. And then a
But
track.
the Mounties, they ride horses, right? So I mean,
those are fast horses. Buddy. Those are fast horses.
Do all your law enforcement dress like that, or is it just like is it like a special, like your state police dress like that? And
No, that's so. A couple of friends of mine are RCMP. That's not what they wear at all. That's their parade outfit.
like the dress uniform,
The Stetson
kind of
and the pants. Yeah, that's a parade outfit. It's more or less even an OPP. So OPPs are provincial police, like a state police.
Okay.
They have fairly plain uniforms,
Standard
but they have
uniform,
parade
kind of.
uniforms for special events as well.
I see.
No, we don't have guys on horses. Well, they do actually.
That's kind of hard.
Well, I was gonna say, come on, they gotta have.
I mean, large cities like Toronto has a horse, and it's the same thing in the United States. I think New York is famous for their horse.
Yeah, they get some horses.
Horse police.
Yeah.
That if that horse knows what it's doing, man, that could take care of a lot of business in the streets.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, right?
It's very
Battle pony.
oh yeah.
Well, that's disappointing. I thought it was like Super Troopers and everybody was just running around in the
It's exactly like Super Troopers.
in the Mountie uniforms.
It's exactly
Like
like
all
Super
the wind
Troopers.
has just left my sails.
Really?
Knowing
That's
that
what
the
took you
Mountie-
out?
Yeah, that took me out.
Oh, shit.
I don't
Wasn't the
think-
fact last episode when I talked about how when girls get together, they don't eventually devolve into naked pillow fights?
No, deep down, I knew that was probably too good to be true.
Yeah. But this one
This one
rocked your world.
really hit home.
Fuck.
I'm really sorry, guys.
Damn it.
We're just ruining everybody's impression of everything. Battle of the budgets. It'll ruin your life. All right. Well, I'm getting ready to move on to cigar number 3. I don't know about you guys. I'm enjoying cigar number 1.
Yeah.
I could very easily keep on cigar number 1.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's amazing how much this has changed from the light to now. 'Cause it just kind of gave me a good punch right in the beginning. Now it's like super mellow. Like the strength is really mellowed out.
That's retro ale, still a bitch.
I think you just ruined yourself on that first bad one you had.
Yeah, I'm done with the retro ale and that fucker.
The retro is super
Maybe later
sweet.
on we'll talk retro ale, me and you, off the air. Because I think
A little
I think
class.
you're doing it
Eyes
wrong.
water, man.
Dude, I'm not getting that at all.
I'm not saying you're doing it wrong, but
But you're saying I'm doing it wrong. I normally, I've been better. And then all of a sudden this one comes along and it's fucking brutal. Okay, well,
Man, that
all
was a
right.
good cigar.
Let's move on here. Let's move it on. So, okay, so now we're on to cigar number 3. What will this one be? Got to give this just a look over, just to make sure that, I'm not giving you a pre-cracked cigar or anything like that. I don't believe I am.
too.
And, all right. So, initial impression of cigar number 3.
I got a much better cap on this.
I have a little blemish going on the wrapper. I mean, it's not like it's anything bad, just, whatever. But the cap, you're right. The cap is much more round and just settled right on top there.
Do you have a different one? I think there's a little chip in mine here.
Yep. I, in fact, have 3 different ones. Although if this one wins, you're going to end up fucking smoking that
That's
one.
fine. I just want to give it a fair shot.
Okay. Well,
This one's very veiny.
he keeps pointing out the veinies.
He's in his veins and
Can't help it.
yeah, I find tight pack, veiny. There's some spotting, almost like patina leather.
Would you say it's a girthy vein?
It's
Very vascular.
this Arnold Schwarzenegger's hands,
Oh, shit. Well,
but in general, it's good construction.
no, it looks solid. It looks like a
Very
very
sturdy.
solid cigar. All right, I am going to cut mine, and the official cut is brought to you once again by twoguyscigars.com.
They are getting their money's worth.
Dude, you know what? They should.
deserve it.
They should. They should.
I just hope they come next year because I want to meet the guys and I want to show my kazoo skills.
Yeah, we established last episode that you play both the alto and the bass kazoo.
It's impressive.
It's a lie, so it's hard to remember lies. But I think
I remember the bass kazoo as being
alto and bass, and I
I-
do have an electric version. It's got a pickup on it
shit.
Whoa.
off a '67 Fender.
We're getting high tech.
Is it like auto tune?
Yeah, I run it through an amp. It's nice.
Huh. You just got to worry about the spittle. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
You're playing with electric instruments that require mouth usage. You got to worry about the spittle. But
I get this great draw.
I'll tell you what. You know what's funny? And Dave has mentioned this on the Cigar Authority before. So he brought the Aladino kazoo to Pulpit Fest. So everybody there got an Aladino kazoo.
Oh, nice.
And what was very obvious is that anybody 40 and under, or I should say under 40, no fucking clue how to play the kazoo. They were blowing into it, and they weren't humming like you have to do with a kazoo. And they had no idea. They're just, people were like getting red in the face trying to blow through, and they're like, I have a broken one. It's like, no, you don't. You just don't know how to play the kazoo. And it's becoming a lost art.
We have to do something about that.
Younger generations.
I think the Pulpit Fest or Pulpit, Cigar Pulpit in general, and we have to do something about this. Bring this into the open. And,
Well, we did teach them
okay.
because then we played the Aladino commercial and we had a kazoo off
No.
with Justo. Everybody kazooed with the
Da, da, da,
commercial
da.
with Justo there. So yeah, we did have a little kazoo concert. It was
That's
nice.
amazing.
It was fun. This is what you miss when you don't come down.
I know.
It's impromptu shit like that. We didn't plan that. It just happened. So, all right. Real quick, I'm going to do a cold draw because I didn't do that. So, oh my God. The sweetness on this thing immediately hit. And I don't know if it's a difference between the first one and this one that's accentuating the sweetness on this one. But like,
Yeah, I'm getting like a ginger snap cookie.
it's sweet.
I do see what you mean. Like a clinical sweetness, almost like powdered sugar sweetness.
Something.
Yes.
Yeah. Not like it's sweet caps. I didn't buy any sweet cap cigars.
Thank God.
But yeah, it's sweet. So, all right, I'm firing up here. No closed foot on this one, so I don't have to worry about that. I do have my little brulee gun torch.
I like that thing.
Down at the Ashenale, they have like a handful of these that are their house lighters.
Oh, really?
And I was using it. This is Pulpit Fest last year. I used it quite a bit. And by the end of the event, I asked Ken, I was like, do you have one of these I can buy? Because I love it. And I did. I bought this one. And obviously had to get it through. Thankfully, I had a check bag, so I was able to get it through security that way. But because this would definitely not have made it through on a carry-on. But well,
that's nice.
It is very pleasant.
That little spot.
Sometimes, and I know this is random, we've done this randomly, sometimes it's hard to follow up with such a cigar that was kind of rich and really tasty, and then you get into a more subtle cigar.
Mm-hmm.
But this one holds up.
It does. And yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I could have done cigars 1, 2, 3, 4, and then cigars 5, 6, 7, and 8, but I didn't. I figured let's add one more bit of randomness and anonymity to the cigars, and mix it up. And so I had a 8-sided dice, and so I just roll that, and that's how we determined the groupings here. But unfortunately, that does mean that, like, in the last round, we ended up with 3 very similar cigars, and then one that was very different than the other 3. And the one that was different, that CAO, that's the one that ended up winning the round. Now, could one argue that it won because of its difference? Like, it stood out from the others more? Maybe.
I'm feeling that skewed my rating.
It was a good cigar, though.
Yes,
I mean, I'm not like
very
criticizing it, but I am saying that, maybe had we grouped, 4 creamier cigars, but then again,
You don't know what they are.
you don't know what they are, and you don't necessarily want to do that. And the thing is, when you look at when you just lay all 8 cigars out and color sort, there were 2 Maduros. The rest of them generally tend to skew more to that sun-grownish kind of appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, it would have been hard to say, but I will say a battle between that CAO and cigar number 1, and I'm not skewing anybody towards cigar number 1. I'm just putting this out for discussion.
I know which one would have won that.
I think that would be a hell of a fight between the two, quite frankly.
On its own plateau, because they're both...
Yeah, just on its own.
They're both, have similar characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we randomized it as much as you could. Plus, we have three pallets on it, so
Well, exactly.
I mean,
and that's the thing. Look, for anybody looking for a definitive answer to this, it's all subjective. I mean, the whole thing is subjective. We're trying to make it as scientifically subjective as we can by having the scores and averaging and everything else. But at the end of the day, it's 3 people's opinion. If I were to pull in 30 people into this room and we all do the same thing, we may or may not come up with the same results.
Absolutely.
It's just the way it works. So that's kind of the fun part of this, is that by releasing the list, I put the list out by the time this episode drops, about 6 days ago. I put the list out on my Instagram and in the parishioners group. Anybody who wants to do this can smoke along with us. Now, granted, you probably don't, you don't know what we're smoking, I guess. So that's the other thing, is that, you kind of have to do it on your own and come to your own conclusions. But yeah, I mean, it's still, it's interesting. So
Indeed.
I don't know, something to consider.
We could have used another palette. Noah.
Yeah, Noah.
It'd have been cool if you.
He drove 8 hours.
I drove
Yeah,
more
Noah.
distance. I crossed the international border, bro.
It's true. He has to deal with customs, for God's sakes.
Which was the friendliest customs guy I've ever met in my life. I wanted to invite him here. By far, we where I live, it's the busiest border in the world. And they just built a new bridge. I don't know if you've seen the photos of this thing, but
No.
they just lit it up last week to do lighting adjustments to it. It is a creature of a bridge. It's gorgeous engineering wise. They named it after a Detroit Red Wing player, Gordie Howe. I don't know if you remember who he was, but he's actually, I
do know
believe he's
who he
Canadian, but he played for Detroit. So it's kind of a cool little mix there.
I will point out to you,
Yes.
here in St. Louis,
You don't say those words.
when the Blues play the Red Wings, there used to be a guy on the radio. He's not on the radio anymore. He retired. He wasn't kicked off for this or anything. In fact, whatever. But every time the Red Wings would come to town, he was on the sports talk radio. And every time they came to town, he declared it Punch a Red Wing fan in the face day. And that was
That's
the
good
thing.
sportsmanship. That died.
It's what it is.
Those are the good old days.
It's hockey. I mean,
Yeah, it's an odd one. So they changed a couple divisions, or they changed a couple teams and divisions about 8 years ago. And you've never been so nervous at a hockey game to go see the Toronto Maple Leafs play the Detroit Red Wings in Detroit.
really.
It is red and blue, 50-50.
So either way, you're getting your ass kicked.
Either way, there's a lot of animosity. It's not like, and it's like, So I'm a Bruins fan, so I get to see the Bruins play there once in a while, which is great. But yeah, that's a nervous experience, and they don't like it. It's their
How
turf.
do you end up living in Windsor,
Liking the
and
Bruins.
being a Bruins fan?
Better yet, how am I a French Canadian in liking the Bruins?
It's a valid point.
It's a long story. My dad.
We've got time. We got 4 fucking cigars to smoke.
Yeah, my dad. So we're from the East Coast. If anyone doesn't know anything about my past, I'm from the East Coast of Canada, in New Brunswick, and the area is Acadian, which is the originators of the Cajuns. Acadians became Cajuns, right? Due to deportation. Long story short, everyone's French. So you wear red, man. You wear Les Habitants. You wear Canadians jerseys there. And he moved just outside of Boston, a place called Leominster, in the 60s to start his mechanic career and whatnot. And he saw the big guys play. He went, his uncle took him to, I don't know if it was Madison Square Gardens back then or what, but watched Boston whip the Canadians' ass. He kind of converted right there. And it is, I will always wear my Boston jersey out east with me. And it is, I got cousins and uncles that just want to, grab my collar and start feeding me lefts and rights. and I'm like, I got to remind him it's just a game, boys. It's just a game. But that's how it happened. So we've been a Boston family, or a Boston. I am anyways. My brother moved to Vancouver. He's a Vancouverite. He loves Vancouver. I don't think my other brother can care less about hockey, but
Cigar number 1 has gone out on me.
I did have a buddy in Windsor we used to play street hockey, and this is the same guys we played D&D with.
Okay.
He was our goalie, street goalie, and he was a huge St. Louis fan, Blues fan.
St. Louis Blues have a lot of history, especially considering like they hadn't won the cup until 2019, you know? So that was kind of a big deal here.
Mhm.
Although, fuck, if I hear that song Gloria again, I told you that last night. If I hear that again, I will slit somebody's throat. Anyway, that's a whole different thing. Anyway, slow smoker. This is a much slower smoke.
This may take the award for the slowest one.
This is a slow smoker.
Yeah, this is a sitting around, hanging out in the lounge.
2.5 hour
Yeah.
easy.
And look at this burn line, buddy. It is just
It's really tight.
freaking razor sharp.
Very densely packed. Mine is a dense cigar.
Yeah, and I'm although it's dense, it's slow. Although it's creamy, it still holds up. It's got some.
And the
almost
draw
like
is
some-
good.
Are you getting any? You guys ever eat marzipan? Like a marzipan type of
I've had
nougat?
marzipan. I'm not a fan, but that's just
Yeah,
me. Yeah.
it's nougat on roids.
Yeah.
It has some similar qualities. It's good. This is indicative. You know what this reminds me of, and I'm not kidding around. Is Cuban-esque qualities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You would know better than us.
You know, you'd think so, but I don't smoke that many Cubans.
Well, you can at least get them. That's
Yeah.
something that, like, you know.
But I could buy a case of beer or have a Cuban cigar. So that's got to think about it that way. Everything's a case of beer.
You know what? The next cigar. Once we light up the next cigar and we're looking for something to discuss, remind me. I want to circle back to that. I want to circle back to the cigar pricing in Canada and, that sort of thing versus here in the States. Cause, we're obviously doing a show, where we're debating the best that of this group of cigars that's under $8, I'd be curious to discuss cigar pricing in Canada a little bit.
Next time I come, we should do the most expensive cigars. 8 of them.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the cigar pulpit can afford
I
that.
don't think the cigar pulpit can afford
You
that.
got a year to budget,
Yeah.
And
I don't bring in that much.
we'll start
from
up with a
advertising.
Cahibe Bohique.
Yeah, there we
It
go.
would be totally worth it, Nick.
That's only what
Think of the content.
$100 for me to get 6 of those, so that we have enough for the final round. If it
You
makes
just
sense.
sell off a
I don't know
couple
if it's
boxes
that-
of
Aren't
comics.
they $400 a piece?
It depends. So they come and go. They're kind of rare.
Yeah.
So it's like for example, your dad's vet. He's talking about the X. Well, there's a waiting list. So the car might be sticker 220, but by the time you get through a waiting list and a guy wants to jump the waiting list and pay this guy an extra much or whatever it is, right? So it may have an MSRP of $100, but you're looking at least $200 to $250 a stick.
Fuck.
Damn it.
That's a couple cases of beer, bud.
Just a few. Yeah, I like you
keg.
guys. I like you guys, but I don't know if I'm budgeting that much for a battle of the luxuries. It's like, yeah, I think we're okay on that front. Although, fuck, the amount of volunteers I would have to help me out with doing that in one day,
Yeah.
right?
Be lined up. Maybe Noah would come then.
Yeah, there we go.
He would totally come.
He would come.
Poor Noah. He's been catching so much shit for skipping things on this show lately, because the amount of shit I gave at Pulpit Fest for him not showing up to that, and then now this. Like, I didn't give you shit for not showing up to Pulpit Fest, but you didn't, and neither did you. So it's like I could have given all 3 of you guys shit, but for whatever reason, Noah was the one that we fixated on. I think it's because Dave and Ed were really looking forward to meeting Jerry Pulaski.
Does Noah know him?
Jerry?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're both in the same general area, and I know the previous year, Jerry had hitched a ride in the cargo bay of the plane that he
yes.
came down on. So
I met him once. I met Jerry once. Very nice facial hair. Very well maintained.
well groomed.
Very well groomed.
For a guy who lives in crawl spaces, you wouldn't have thought
He-
that he'd have such a well groomed, coiffed mustache.
He's got him, although broken, he's got a mirror down there somewhere because he's looking
All right.
he's looking good.
Hmm.
Not Noah good, but he looks good.
Maybe he's sneaking into the house to use the mirror when everybody's out.
Yeah.
I could see that happening. Yeah. Retrohale on this thing is very smooth and easy.
Oh, yeah. Very buttery.
Yes. This is a much lighter more mild cigar than definitely versus the first one that we smoked.
Absolutely.
But to be honest, even against a lot of the ones that we've smoked so far, I would actually, strengthometer wise,
I'm going to go with a 3 to 4.
I was going to go 2 to 3.
Yeah. So 3-ish.
So yeah, we can maybe. But to be honest, I mean,
I totally agree on that. Yeah.
let's
It's very smokable.
The 2 is the Romeo Reserve Real, and the Avo XO. The 3, you've got La Giana, Montosa, Maduro, Avo Classic, Eleanor Rose, La Mezcla Cubana, Montosa, Zino Nicaragua, 3-Leaf Connecticut, and the Villiger 1888 Nicaragua. I
1888?
kind of argue that one a little bit. That one I feel is a little low on the old strengthometer. I probably would have put that a little higher.
At least a notch.
This might be the flaw in Dave's strengthometer. He desperately does need the decimals because, like, I could see that being like if that's in the 3, then that's got to be a high 3. But I don't know. I would have probably put that in the 4s.
I would put this at a 2.9.
So still in the 2s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
On the verge of a 3.
Yeah. I think a Romeo Reserve Real is a good comparison to this cigar.
Yeah.
This would be a great one to give somebody that's just starting.
Yeah. Or even someone who likes mild stuff that
Yeah.
wants to getting in a little more bite, a little more flavor. My ash looks cool. It's like just all like
Very speckled.
the internal core is like dark black almost.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's almost like a painting. It's very...
It's art, man.
It is art. I don't have hardly any fuzzies.
Yeah. No, your cigar is not fuzzy.
On a fuzzy meter, I'm maybe a 2.
I already ashed, so I don't know my fuzzy meter score. But well, there you go. All right. Well, whenever you boys want to move on to cigar number 4, we can do that.
I'm ready.
I can tell. You're like, fucking done.
I would just keep smoking that. I'm not going to lie.
I will say, so far this round, I am perfectly happy going back and finishing these cigars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, especially the first. I don't want to put it down.
Yeah. Mine already has gone out, and so that's the only reason. I was going to go back and forth between them, but in light of the fact that it went out, I figured that I would go ahead and just wait and do it later. But anyway, all right, moving on to cigar number 4. This one is a box press.
Closed foot.
Very cute.
And a closed foot. Oh, shit.
Oh, no, mine's not closed. Is yours?
No, mine's not closed. Is yours closed? Oh, shit. Yours is closed. Wait a minute. What the fuck do we have going on here? Well, we got one here. This one's not closed. I don't know what's going on with that. Why is that one closed? Interesting. Well, okay then.
This is hard box. This is like a chocolate bar.
For sure. This has got some definitive folds to it. Or
It's like a
corners to
Charleston
it.
Chew candy bar.
Yeah. Which we don't have, of course.
What?
We don't.
Oh, dude.
We don't have Charleston Chew. We don't have, is it baby? No, what's the one with, it's got no chocolate on it. Salted nut.
Oh, Payday
Payday.
is the one with no chocolate.
Payday is so obviously as a kid, I grew up near Detroit. I'd go over all the time. I still do, but I'd always get Barks root beer
Yeah.
because it was unavailable in Canada and a Payday.
Paydays are the bomb.
Now, you know the trick with Paydays. If you like the flavor of Paydays, do you have candy corn up there?
Yes.
So you get a bowl.
It's the only thing candy corn's good for.
You get a bowl. You pour in a bag of candy corn. And then you get an equal amount of just out of the shell salted peanuts. And you throw those in there. And you mix it all up. And you take a handful and you eat that just like a
Payday.
fucking Payday bar.
Damn.
It's the only way to eat candy corn. Otherwise, candy corn is just like, blah.
Yeah.
But dude, you mix the two, you have a payday bar. So if you don't have paydays in Canada, candy corn and salted peanuts, you have yourself a
I
payday
will try
bar.
it. I must say something about this cap. It's a beauty. It's like
This cigar, I mean,
is.
general construction wise, it's nice. The wrapper on it is fairly smooth. I mean, maybe just a couple of little spots, little veins, but they're very thin. The cap on it is nice. And like you said, it is a very sharp box press to it. So, it's nice.
almost a flattened box.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, twoguycigars.com sponsoring this cut.
26th cut.
Yeah. No. Only the what? 7th. I mean, 21st if we add up all of them. And you know what? I cracked the shit out of the cap by cutting that. So, I didn't take off that much, but I did. Indeed. Ugh. Cracked the cap on that.
Oh, the cold draws. Some sort of candy.
Yeah, it's very sweet. Very sweet on the cold.
It looks
draw.
like a candy bar. It is a candy bar. What's going on here?
I don't know, but it's again not a sweet tip cigar, but it is a very sweet flavor on the cold draw there. Ooh, we got the torch. Do some spot. Whoa, my God, why does it not turn out? There we go. Hit that. Okay.
We should have probably turned lighting that way. Someone could talk.
That was a very
It
easy
probably
light.
would have been better.
Yeah.
It did light really well.
Oh, that's good. Very interesting.
How's the mouth feel, Nick? This is really flat.
It bothers me greatly. I will freely admit it bothers me greatly.
Now, do you smoke it on its length, or do you smoke it on its
I
flat?
smoke it on the flat. Now, I will say with some box press, if let's say you're smoking it on the flat and, maybe the draw is so-so, if you just pivot it and smoke it on the length, in my experience, it will open up and you'll get a better draw. It's very weird. Not all the time. I mean, this is not a general rule of thumb, but like I've experienced this and I'm like, oh, interesting. So you're smoking the length. It doesn't quite seem
I gotta switch it up, but
that is one thing with box press. You got to rotate it. Otherwise you do end up having an uneven burn line if you don't rotate it around as you're smoking it.
yeah. I mean, I guess in a perfect world, if I had a choice, desert island, what would you? Whether you like a round or a flat, what would you want?
Yeah.
And I'm not really sure it bothers me much. Some of my favorite cigars are box pressed, but I definitely think I prefer a round personally.
It just is nice.
Dave, do you care?
I actually like box press quite a bit.
Okay.
I like how white it is.
Yeah.
I just feel like I get a good...
You're not going to give me that lame excuse about if I sit it down on a table, it doesn't roll away.
Oh, no. I rarely set a cigar down.
I've heard that so many different times, and my whole thing is like, when the fuck are you setting your cigar down on something that's not an ashtray
Yeah.
that
Maybe if
you
you're
have to
boating or
worry
something,
about
yeah.
it rolling away?
Yeah, maybe if you hit a big fish on a boat and you got to put it down somewhere and run. I get that, but
if that's the
not a
case-
reason to buy a flat.
Well,
flat
and
cigar.
let's be real. If you're out on a boat and you're fishing like that, are you really going to be spending big dollar? I mean, you're not out there smoking a Bahique, you're going to be smoking something like, budget wise to where if you have to abandon it because you got, 100-pound fish on the line.
It was 100 last year.
Yeah. You're going to end up, abandoning the cigar.
Yeah. But I had a good captain, so he had a little section to put your cigar in. I would go. People know that I've been on the show. I go to Florida every year to go fishing, and cigars and fishing make sense, man. To the point where I can't believe people haven't. You were discussing with that lawyer some time ago about advertising on bands.
Oh yeah.
I would definitely, if I was a manufacturer selling a lot in Florida, have some type of, tarpon fishing lure type.
Something to attract.
Yeah, even say you wrap into 4-pack and then it's wrapped with a hook. You buy the 4-pack, you get a hook.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. It's for the fishermen going out for a day or whatever.
Yeah,
surprised no one's kind of like jumped in on that.
Well, you got Big Sky up in Montana. They could do the same. Only put like a one of the lures, or the flies.
That would be beautiful.
Tie it off with a nice fly, or something.
So
like that.
me and your dad have a lot in common.
Okay,
and that's another thing. So we love photography. We love fast cars and good cars. And it turns out he's a fly fisherman. He loves tying flies and stuff. And
there you go.
That's a great hobby. Keeps you doing stuff off season, and then you fill your arsenal. And when he went fishing recently to where was Yellowstone? He was saying that these specific flies were hidden really good with certain fish or whatever. You take a photo, man. You get home, look it up, build an arsenal. Next time you go around, you get your own version of it.
I'll be damned.
Yeah,
who knew?
But that'd be amazing. Putting some type of fly fishing motif on it, and offering a.
I mean, Big Sky's out of Montana. You would think that would be like a natural. They have a cigar called the Minnow, Mad Minnow, I think.
Oh, okay,
or whatever. Go. So I mean, they've leaned into it. So it's like lean into it further. Put a fly with your cigars. Ever so slight pepper note. Ever so slight. Not all that bad. But it's more present than like the second cigar number 3 that didn't have any that I noticed.
No,
this one, it's just ever so slightly there.
I find the cigar is a little lightly toasty.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm getting some toasty notes.
You want to get toasted bread or but very, very well put together. Again, smoking.
My only flaw is my burn line is just going crazy.
Really?
Yeah, my one side, I had to just do a little correction here.
Very, very wavy.
Dude, mine is like razor tight.
Look
though.
at that.
Yeah, you got a little bit of a wave.
Not terrible.
You're touching it up. You seem to have like a very your fuzzy scale is very high.
Perhaps it's the way I don't know. It almost seems like it's turning into a round cigar. It's like decompressing as I smoke it.
Plumping up.
Yeah, you could see the tip tapering out and back its original shape.
Mine is hanging in there, and it's very
you
straight.
have a perfect burn.
So, no, it's smoking really well. I'll tell you what, boys, before we do the championship round, I'm going to have to put a little something on my tummy. We're smoking all this, and I'm sitting here right now, an hour into the second time, full episode of doing 4 cigars at once, and I'm sitting here, I'm just like, oh, my stomach is fighting me on this one.
What a weenie.
Dude.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to Iron Man this thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to, but I'm.
You need is a Love's Truck Stop banana bread.
I do love banana bread.
Yeah.
I had one on the way up here.
Yeah.
Quality product. I don't mind those. I still have to do a Buc-ee's, especially after your episode with Dave. He was
going on and on about the Buc-ee's. Yeah.
Well, everyone I know, like in Canada, it's a popular T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So people, if you've tried, it's like you said, it's a destination place.
Well,
right?
that would make sense. The Beaver,
Yep.
you guys have those up there.
We do. You do as well, believe it or not. But
I know, but there's a squirrel.
They had one recently in our town that was making a mess, and they had to move it. I had to tell them to leave
Well, at least they moved
forcefully. Oh, if you shoot a beaver, I mean, you'd have a field day in the streets. People, I mean, it's a rare animal, first of all, and they're very territorial. So like a beaver will, take ownership of a large portion of land, just like a bald eagle, where they like have a certain amount of square miles that's their territory, and they're territorial about it. But there was a beaver up north in Ontario. Ontario goes deep, high. The beaver dam that they had created made such a difference to the flora and fauna in the region. It actually flooded an area that you could see from space.
Holy shit.
Wow.
So it flooded this massive area of woods, which changed everything within those woods. And I believe it's still there. They lived for a long time. But I'd wonder if you broke something like that, if you flood nearby towns, because that was an enormous amount of water.
It would be a lot of water. Interesting. Who knew some little critter like that could just completely rewrite the face of the earth?
I remember the first time I encountered a beaver in close proximity while fishing.
What was her name? Oh,
Sarah. No.
You better hope
No.
that doesn't get you in trouble.
Oh, no. No, man, I think it's the most startled I may have ever been.
Oh,
My life.
you slap his tail?
Yeah, we were in
Yeah.
a John boat in a strip pit, just casting, and it was like a freaking bomb went off. It was like, pow! Like, oh, what the fuck was that? And neither one of us had ever been, I was in high school. So we were like looking around, and we saw another one coming towards us. He did the same thing, just pow!
Yeah, you're
I
near
mean,
its young.
like water goes up like 4 or 5 foot in the air when they do it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, very territorial for sure.
Screwing with the babies?
I just think they're just pissed off.
Oh, okay. Well,
And they're not a small animal. People think,
No.
a lot of muskrat. They look like a muskrat. If you can imagine a muskrat with a flattened tail and probably 50 times its size.
Yeah, it's like a big old fat groundhog looking
Yep.
monster with a leather tail.
you guys also have the geese up there, and those geese are fucking mean.
Mhm. They are, they're quite overpopulated. They're becoming a nuisance in the area. I live where I live on a river system that, they migrate through. And when they come in to bed down at night, I mean, it is the decibels. It's unreal how loud these flocks are. They'll come in, peck, and leave their droppings and fertilize and do their thing. But they'll cross the road, and I'll go out there and slap my hands to get them to move faster. People beep at me, to thank me. But like they'll start crossing the road, and you could be. It's like waiting for a train.
I mean, you don't just like give them a little nudge with the bumper?
Yeah. Depends the time of year. If they have young with them, man, you don't give no one.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I'm not advocating that
They're
if there's
vicious.
little babies. That would be
No, they're very
that would be
aggressive.
shitty just in general. But yeah,
Now a swan, I don't know if you've ever been near a trumpeter swan.
oh yeah,
They are
they're
probably
mean fuckers
more than
too.
twice the size of a Canadian goose.
Mm-hmm. And they can be very mean too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Interesting. See, we have turkeys here, and you want to talk about birds that when they're crossing the road, you're not going anywhere. Fucking turkeys, man.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
Dumbest animal, man.
Dumb as fuck. And they are and they'll mess your car up. You hit one of those doing a decent speed, they will mess your car up. It's not like the grocery store getting a butterball, or whatever. It's like these things are big turkeys, and
Oh yeah,
they
big
will,
male.
They will mess your front end up.
Do you know who Steve Ranella is?
No.
He's a big outdoorsman guy.
Okay.
I just heard him on a podcast recently, and somebody said that exact same thing. That, like, of all birds, turkeys belong in the slow class in school. And he lit that dude up. He's like, bullshit. And he like went on to this like all scientific explanation why they do certain things and this and that.
And how they're not dumb?
Yeah, like
Within their own species, maybe. But if you're hunting them, in Ontario anyways, you can't shoot 2 within a day.
really,
Because you need a tag to shoot one.
I don't think you can here either.
Because they'll attack the one that you shot.
Yeah,
Just because they're like, what's wrong with you? So they're just going to run up to it.
Yeah.
So basically, as many shells you have in your gun is how many turkeys you're getting.
so apparently the dumb turkeys that you see are like the town turkeys. They're used to people and
I
cars,
see.
and they're just not scared of shit. So they'll just mosey on out in traffic and not care. But in the wild, you may not ever see one and be surrounded by 20.
Ah. Interesting. Wow.
They're quite an animal.
All right.
I heard that, and I'll have to maybe confirm this on your Google there, but at one point Ben Franklin was considering
He was.
turkey as
Yes.
the national bird, right?
Yep.
He was.
He went into that as well.
Yep. And they fought. They argued, and the bald eagle won out.
I can
And
see
I do
why,
think
man.
the bald eagle is a much more majestic, strong-looking bird than the turkey.
Yeah, until you see them in a landfill.
Well,
They are though. They're we have bald eagles in our area. They're
I'll never
monstrous
forget,
and beautiful.
drove out to Herman, Missouri to visit a cigar shop out there, and I'm driving back, and the route that the Google Maps was taking me from the town to the highway, it snaked me through the country. And so I'm like on this like 2-lane country highway, and I come around a curve, and in the field, it's just a farmer's field, and there's this thing standing there, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I pull up, and it's a bald eagle just standing there. He had gotten something, and he's standing there with his kill, and he's just standing there looking at me. I swear to God, dude, when I first turned the corner, I thought it was like a toddler. It was so fucking big.
Oh yes.
Just standing there, and I had to sit. I parked on the road for a minute and just sat and stared at it through the window, and it's like looking at me, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, this is fucking cool.
Mhm.
And I went on my way. But
Yeah, visually they're
It was really neat.
mean looking, majestic. When they stare at you, like, whoa, man.
But the sound that you associate with them from movies and television is actually a type of hawk. They don't sound anywhere near as like I don't know, deep or whatever as you think. They're
A
much
screech.
screechier. Yeah. So,
I'll be laying in my pool and I'll see one hitting the thermals, and I had no idea. I had to look this up. They will fly out of sight. That's how high eagles fly. They
Yeah.
Wow.
well the terminology, fly high, fly like an eagle,
Yeah,
fly
yeah.
high like an eagle. They will fly what seems to be 20 to 30,000 feet in the air. Their vision's impeccable. So I don't know if they're hunting at that level, but I was blown away at the distance they were flying around.
America.
Gravy. Sausage gravy.
Sausage gravy.
Oh, man.
You have just been fascinated with the sausage gravy.
I will have to make get a good recipe. If anyone listening would like to please post their favorite sausage gravy recipe and make sure to ding me, I would love it, please. Seriously. Because that breakfast, that makes sense, man.
Sausage gravy. And to think you discovered this so late in life.
I know.
It's like
I know.
you went, 40-something years before you discovered the goodness of sausage gravy.
I know. I got a lot of catching
I feel
up
like
to
that
do,
was
boys.
Pulpit Fest 2023, the last year that I had it here in St. Louis.
Yeah, and I have to catch up. So did you notice I had a pint glass earlier? That was not beer. I'm catching up.
Sausage gravy.
That was sausage gravy. I'll water it down a bit.
His doctor is going to fucking
Pour a little
yell
milk
at
in there.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, just water it up a little bit. It's good.
Oh, his doctor's going to be
Whole milk.
So mad. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're
When
going to do it, you got to cut it with whole milk.
I am lactose intolerant, and I'm
Me too.
to be honest,
That's why gravy tears me up.
yeah. It turns
It's
out
totally
I'm
worth it.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes.
Fuck, my toilet is fucked.
Yep.
Already has been.
Oh God!
Last 24 hours. Here.
I thought I heard it screaming at one point. I just chalked it up to me, but no, it's getting a workout.
No, you've impressed
Double
him.
banger.
Oh God! What are you touching up there, or relighting?
Relighting number 1. I went
Going
back.
to
I'm
number
going.
1. Okay.
Going reverse now.
Okay. All right.
I will say this round
I'm enjoying number 4
is putting up a much stronger fight than the first round.
for sure. This is going to be a much
This is
different
going to be hard.
judging experience by the end. This is going to be more difficult. I'm enjoying it though.
Yeah, it's good. All 3 are good so far.
Yeah. I don't know if you had to put gun to my head right now with the 3 of the 4 that we've smoked, I don't know which one I would choose.
Yeah, they're equally very good.
Number 1 was really good. Darker, Maduro, a little more body to it. Number 3 was tasty and much smoother than I anticipated. And it's a fine smoke. And then number 4 here, this box press, despite the fact that it's box press, is a good smoke.
And you're right about the box press. One of the advantages is when you push down on the corners.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're having draw issues,
It opens it up.
it opens it up like a trapezoid. It kind of like just bulges everything
Yep.
out a little bit.
Yep.
That's again maybe another advantage. But it's strange that when it's burning round, and it's returning to its original state. Now, from what I gather, from what I hear, they use less tobacco, correct? Less filler,
Yes,
less binder
there
in
is.
order to be able to crush it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if this cigar were to be round, the draw on it would be, I don't want to say loose, but it would be looser than what it is when it's in a box press form. Actually, if you want to experiment what a box press cigar that is turned round tastes like, and I mean, I'm going to say this, and I mean no disrespect to the company that I'm talking about, but Perdomo, they put out those fresh packs, those Humi packs, where you get like 4 cigars for however much. I bought one just the other day at Total Wine.
Yes.
So I always buy the sun grown, and I haven't opened this one up yet, but the last 3 that I have purchased, the 10th anniversary sun grown and the 20th anniversary sun grown are within the pack, right? Both of those are soft box press cigars. If you were to go to the store and you were to purchase a single out of a box on a shelf, it's going to be a soft box press. It's not going to be nearly as tight of a box press as this one that we're smoking right now, but it is going to be a box press. It's going to be more, rectangular in shape. Those fresh packs, quite frankly, they're over humidified. And I understand why they're over humidified. It's because they're typically stored at the cash wrap outside of a humidor. So they kind of keep them a little higher in humidity than perhaps what's needed for the cigar. But it's one of those things that's going to be sitting there for Lord knows how long. And so, they slightly over humidify. And the 10th and 20th anniversary cigars in those will actually plump and become round.
Oh, okay.
And so the first time I pulled one out of the pack was the 10th anniversary, and it was perfectly round. And I took a video and I actually sent it to Mr. Jonathan. And I'm like, dude, if they started making a round version of this cigar, and he's like, where did you get that? And I told him. He reached out to Nicholas III at Perdomo, and it was Nicholas III that said, yes, due to the humidification in the fresh pack, sometimes it'll plump up and become round versus the soft box press form.
Wow.
So, if you're looking to just kind of experiment and try a round version of a box press cigar, typically, in my experience, at least with the last 3 that I bought, like I said, I haven't opened up this one. You can sometimes get that with the Perdomo fresh packs.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's put down number 4, and I will dole out number 7, which is our last one in contention for the day. And
I am feeling it.
are you starting to feel it?
Starting to feel it.
Yep. It's a lot of cigar. I mean, look, we're not necessarily finishing these cigars, but, it's a lot to power through, this many cigars. Like,
Yeah, this one has a tough way to go, I think, because this is the 8th cigar. This round has been pretty stellar so far.
yeah, no, it's got some stiff competition.
Like, I smell nothing.
I will say, appearance-wise, this might be arguably one of the best wrappers of the 8 that we've seen.
Very nice looking.
Yeah, zero, almost no veining.
Yeah, almost no veining, no blemishes.
Great cap.
Yes, great cap. I mean, this cigar is a well put together, or appearance-wise, cigar. I don't know. I'm not really getting anything specific off the foot, like aroma-wise.
Me neither. My smelling ability is still a little off, but my palate's there, thank God.
We're in the garage, and I did shut the back door because I think it was letting a lot of flies in. So I have cut down on our breeze significantly too, which
Yes.
doesn't help anything. And that might also be contributing to the tummy aches. The fact that it's,
Yeah.
we're having a shit ton of cigars and then also sitting in a warm garage when it's going to be 87 for the high today. So, that probably isn't helping us.
Yeah, this last round should be lots of fun.
Well, the last round, it's only 2,
Right. Temperature wise.
Oh, well,
We're getting in the.
we can take a break. we
Oh,
don't
no,
have to.
We got to go through, buddy.
We gotta give it.
You got somewhere to be? Well, you do have a drive home.
I got a couple hours to go. It's getting darker earlier and earlier.
All right. Well, let's give this guy a cut here, and that is brought to you by twoguyscigars.com. All right. Give it a cut. Give it a tap, 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 tap-a-roo. Let's get the schmuckus off the end there. We got a little piece there that, it's like in there.
Perfect draw on my end.
Yeah.
Yeah, good draw.
Solid draw. What is that flavor note?
Slight sweetness.
Almost a medicinal sweetness, though. Like, I don't necessarily mean it like in a bad way, but it's almost like a
Pepsid, almost like a
cough syrup kind of sweetness.
Yeah, like a cough drop without the menthol.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah. I don't know. Interesting. Okay. Well, firing it up.
number 7 or number 8, which is number 7.
Which, yeah,
Who's on first?
exactly. Cigar labeled number 7, 8th of the day. This is the kind of shit we do for people like you guys, the listeners.
So put effort forth.
We're smoking 10 cigars in one day, so you don't have to. Or if you want to,
You can.
you can. Whatever.
I've traveled great distances in order to help you.
I mean, I appreciate it.
I've traveled mountains and streams. In Terre Haute.
Terre Haute.
Terre Haute, the biggest goddamn jail I've ever seen.
I'll tell you what. At least they don't have the paper mill anymore. Back when that town had the paper mill, it was a stinky, stinky town.
Quebec.
Oh,
The province of Quebec. It's
the whole province.
well, pulp and paper is big there. Anywhere that let's just say Canada.
You guys do
northern
make a
Canada.
lot of paper up there.
Paper and wood. This house is Canadian wood up here. It's almost a guarantee.
80% of the newsprint in the United States comes from Canada.
Spruce.
Because a lot of our paper mills in the States that used to make paper have converted, and now they make cardboard because Amazon needs so many fucking boxes that it's easier, cheaper, and they can just bang it out. So,
yeah, these large conglomerates, these massive mills, in the good old days, they had smaller mills, and there's still one operating. This local guy in out east, and my uncle had hundreds of acres of wood, old growth wood.
mm-hmm.
So they went in, marked out the trees. They build wharves and stuff. They have heavy equipment operators and stuff, right? They went out, cut the trees down, brought them to this guy's mill, and they built a house with it, man.
Wow.
You'd never smelled a house like this in your life. I mean, all the closets interior were all cedar.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
You know, the staircase was,
The whole house is a humidor.
if you want humidor wood,
Nice.
that's for sure. It's rough cut. Some of the stuff he did fine. Some was pine. He did a cottage out of pine. If it's there and you're doing it yourself, but to purchase the type of wood order that up at your local lumberyard and build
fuck.
I couldn't even imagine.
Building supplies these days are out of control just in general, but yeah, holy shit. All right. So initial thoughts off the light of cigar number 7. Little tingle to the tongue. That could also be the fact that I've had 8 cigars today now.
Yeah.
So the palate might be getting very near like scorched.
Yes.
Um,
a
That's
little
the
bit.
most even light I've had all day. It's just really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Construction burn
burn
already.
is really good. Ash seems very solid and just as a little bit. I mean, I'm only maybe a quarter inch
I'm
in.
getting like a vanilla note on here.
Oh,
I agree completely. Yes. I often,
How many loaves and flames would you?
now
Now that I have you here,
explain yourself.
can you please explain the
what
rating
the
system
fuck is with the baguettes?
with
kid?
the baguettes and the flames? I'm curious. Like, if a cigar gets 3 baguettes and 2 flames, is that a good thing? Or explain the rating system.
So I thought it was cool, and I thought I want to start a trend here because the closest emoji that looks like a cigar is a baguette.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. I
So
get what you're going for.
If I emoji and called you a dickhead, I'd probably put a eggplant in a head, right? So it's more symbolic than anything. It represents a cigar. So there's 6 cigars across, 6 baguettes, and depending on the amount of fire, depends on the strength of the cigar. So if it's 4 fires and 2 baguettes, it's medium plus, and so on. But I may have to change that up. It's okay.
No, don't change it up because I legitimately did not understand it, and so now I get it.
I've actually gotten messages like explaining what that's what's all about.
So if a cigar has, like you said, so the flame would be the strength.
Yeah, from 1 to 6.
So if it's a 1, it's a super mild cigar. If it's 6, then it's like just gonna blow your ass out.
Yes.
Okay.
And then because it's 6, the rest are just filled up with that what I thought looked like a pretty cool cigar symbol. And as far as starting a trend, I've noticed no one using it, so I've done.
Well, no. So okay, so all right.
Yeah, so it's out of 6. If there's no flame there, then it's just the baguette.
So the baguette is like just an empty
symbol.
spot?
Yeah, cigar symbol, yeah.
Now I get it. I thought that I was going to ask, what does the baguette then represent? But the baguette represents an empty space out of 6.
Yes.
Now I get it.
So 1 fire and 5 baguettes is a mild cigar.
It's a mild cigar.
And where 5 fires and 1 baguette would be almost a full.
Strong, full-bodied cigar. There you go.
Perhaps I'll make it like an instructional video.
You know, that probably would be helpful.
I bet you're wondering about the baguettes. This is my stick.
That will go viral.
You know, I think that would be a great thing. Now I understand. Now I get it. And now I can go back. Now I can go back over your reviews and be like, I thought it was like I like this cigar. I'm giving it 4 flames out of, 4 flames and 2 baguettes.
It does say
whatever,
strength in front of it as well, though.
I mean, true. But then I'm like, what are the baguettes? But now I know what the baguettes represent.
We have to petition. We need a petition for Cigar Emojicon.
Yeah,
emoji.
Right. I'm sure they're going to jump right on. The sad part is somebody out there probably has made a cigar emoji. It just probably hasn't been adopted by,
It's too bad you can't make
all
an
these
emoji.
different.
Can you? Can you add
You
an emoji?
have to, because I know for a while I had to go to a specific website to find the code to do the flipping the bird emoji. Now I think they've added that.
I bet you can download it somewhere.
There's got to be a place, so you might be able to find.
I'll do that.
A cigar emoji. It's not impossible. All right, I teased this earlier. I want to circle back to it. Cigar pricing in Canada. We're smoking cigars that are $8 and under, looking for a nice, affordable cigar. Let's talk cigar pricing in Canada.
Well, the problem with the pricing is obviously taxation. So a cigar that has a value of $8 here would most likely be anywhere from $12 to $18 in Canada. Yeah. So if you're buying something that is, let's say Casa Torrent or even Rocky Patel or something, and some of the Rockies now are getting up there in price, but in general, if what would be a $12 cigar here is probably a $20 to $22 cigar in Canada. The Cuban cigars have gotten ballistic because of the Casa del Habano being purchased by a Chinese firm. So they went from expensive already to almost double that. So we have a lot of people that come from across the border to come shop in our area for Cubans. And I mean, a 4-pack of Cohiba Robustos, so a little 4-pack box or 5-pack box. You're almost 200 deep, Canadian.
Well, that's what I was just looking. So a U.S. dollar, or a $1 Canadian equals 72 cents United States. So, there's a slight. It is going to cost you more.
Yeah, let's say 20 plus.
Even with the conversion, but nonetheless,
Yeah, it's an expensive cigar. To me, it's something that is celebratory at that price. Also, I have difficulty, and I've said this before, in purchasing something from a place that is repressing their populace, they're communist. Here you have a farmer that is making ends meet, working hard in his fields, a family, and barely making ends meet. And this product that they send out, everyone who's involved with it are driving Lambos. I hate to. I don't want to make an example of cocaine, but how about instead of cocaine, I use the bluefin tuna. So I don't know if you're familiar with bluefin tuna.
No.
So it's a very large fish that's very expensive in Japan. And if you catch one of these fish out east, you sell it for major money. So a decent 500-600 pound tuna will get you 10 grand. Check.
Oh, wow.
Right at the wharf. They'll cut you a check. Well, on the way down, that gets cut up and purchased in quantity, and it's just like cocaine, right? Like it just
Right.
at the end of the line, people have made millions and millions of dollars off your $10,000 fish.
Interesting.
So same kind of thing where it's like they're just, it's not seeing the people that are directly involved with it aren't seeing the appropriate
Compensation.
Yeah, compensation for their work, for their efforts, for the craft and art. Cuba is obviously historically the mecca of, and I'm sure that Mexico as well. And if you look at the Mayans and stuff, like tobacco is something that's been around for a long time. Rolled in this method, it's a little more modern, but they're the forefathers of tobacco, and here they are really making nothing off of something that's a product that's extremely bougie and expensive.
Yeah. I would also anticipate that there's the additional cost to manufacturers, which in turn is pushed onto retailers and then consumers in Canada for the plain packaging banding that you guys do.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's the regular band that we all know in the States, but then above that there's a secondary band placed on top of that.
Yeah, to cover the
it
original
up,
band.
and it's just a very basic plain.
Yeah, the only thing is, I mean, it's probably an inexpensive band because it's so plain, and they all have to have the same brown tone.
But at the same time, it's just one more thing you got to do.
Yes.
So,
and it's unfortunate because in the industry of cigar making and rolling and everything, there's the beauty of and the art form of packaging, right? The boxes, the bands, they're beautiful. They put a lot of time into them, especially the old Cuban ones. They're like, embossed in gold foil, and they're just, they take a lot of time in doing that. And yeah, their philosophy is that if an underage person sees this band, they'll be enticed to smoke it. I get that if it's like you discussed earlier with the
cartoon characters,
or juice boxes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's no kid I know of that's going to go and spend $50 to buy a cigar.
No.
And really, they don't have access to it here anyway.
Yeah,
you got to be 21 to even
enter
go
the doors
somewhere and buy it.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's ridiculous. It's just another nail in the coffin of tobacco.
For sure. All right. Well, thoughts on cigar number 7?
I said this is going to have a tough way to go, and I was totally wrong.
Oh, it has a tough way to go, but at the same time, it's holding up to it. It's holding up.
Yeah,
it's putting in a fight.
This might be the perfect way to end this. The 2 rounds, like this round anyway.
Oh man,
I'm getting a really nice buttery vanilla all the way through. It's not really changing.
Mm-hmm.
It's burning great.
I got a razor burn, nice and slow.
Me too.
I agree on the wafer, or sorry, the vanilla. I get it like a vanilla wafer.
Yeah.
It's this is gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be some big numbers.
Okay. Well, while we kind of mull this over and think about our scoring and everything, let's do this. It's time for the Villiger Cigars Entertainment Report, brought to you by
Villiger.
Villiger Cigars, one of the leading cigar and cigarello manufacturers in the world, founded in 1888 and still family-owned and operated. Head over to VilligerCigars.com and check the store locator to find a shop near you that carries them. We guarantee that Villiger Cigars will be a wonderful addition to your humidor and cigar rotation. Okay, so last episode, you and I talked drive-in, but you said you had some stuff, but you were going to hang on, wait and bring it up this episode.
Yeah.
So this is going to be more Dave's entertainment report.
Yes, we've been catching up on a lot of TV. School's back in. The kids go to bed at 9, 10 o'clock. So we have a little bit of time to catch up on our shows.
Porn.
I wish. No, I don't. I don't wish that at all. So we've been watching quite a few things. The binge watch show that we've been on is Bosch.
Okay.
You ever watch Bosch?
I have not.
It's pretty good. It's kind of mid-tier acting, but all the characters are so likable that you just keep watching it.
Okay.
We started with the sequel show called Ballard. That was really good. So we learned that that's a continuation of Bosch, which has like 7 or 8 seasons. So now we're powering through those. We're like season 5, about to be 6.
Okay.
That's really good. It's really picking up.
Is it like a action police pursuit, or
It's
what
like
is
a
it?
police cop show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. And like the main guy is pretty gruff and kind of to the point, hardcore
Okay.
guy. It's really good. I enjoy it. And Only Murders in the Building is back on.
Yeah, I am behind on that. I'm at least 1 season behind. I know I stopped watching that in the season. I didn't see the season with Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Yeah.
Was last season?
Was that last season?
I think so.
All right. So I'm only one season behind. Although I guess if it's back now, I'm kind of two-ish. But yeah.
So it's been really, really good.
Yeah.
Like Taya Leone's in it.
Oh.
And I love her. And even now she's like older. She's still super hot. No getting around it.
Doesn't she like women?
I don't know. I don't
She drive a
care.
Subaru?
Maybe.
I don't know.
But no, it's been great so far. There's
There's another car, by the way, aside from the Subaru, that is associated with elements of that specific community. But I'm not going to bring it up because I know you drive one, and so I'm going to or at least have in the past, and I don't want to imply anything. So I'm just going to let it go.
Oh, no. Tell me later.
I will. Anyway, I'm sorry. Please continue.
No, that's okay. I'm trying to think what else TV-wise we've been watching.
You seem like a Food Network guy. Like you like your barbecue and stuff. Do you ever watch it?
Oh, man, we used to that's all we watched was Food Network back in the day. Now we cut the cord many years ago. So without me having any influence, my 11-year-old has started watching like diners, drive-ins, and dives and guys' grocery games before school.
Okay.
So that's his daily intake before school. I'm very proud of him.
That's great.
When he gets into it, man, he'll like for dinner, what if we mix this and this? And usually it's ranch dressing and something crazy as hell. But sometimes he comes up with something pretty good.
I'll say this. Guy Fieri. I have my opinions, He impressed the hell out of me at PCA talking about cigars. On the flip side, he's got his Mayor Flavortown, kind of persona.
Yeah, big character.
I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of that, but I will give him some credit in that I feel like because he's such a big character, I feel like he can be a good gateway, ambassador, somebody that cheerleader for food and
totally
making food, consuming food, trying different foods. I will give him credit for that too. I think that he's maybe a little bit more because he's such a character. I feel like he can be better at that than maybe like somebody stuffy you might find on PBS.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
He's likable. He's like one of us. He's
a bro.
He seems like a dude that I would know from school, would run the bars with or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he does a lot of good things. He has a lot to take sometimes, but
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone passionate with food is cool with me.
Absolutely.
The classic Jacques Pepin show. I never watched him before, but Jacques Pepin classically trained all the way to he's the opposite, where it's like he's
very buttoned up.
Yeah, I show up on a motorcycle. Let's try this out.
There you go.
Awesome.
Anything else? You been watching anything else?
There's been a lot. I'm having trouble pulling anything else.
All right.
out.
Well, hang on to it because we got one more show we're recording today. So just hang on to it. So, all right. Well, before we get into the scoring, let's accomplish the other business of the day. It's time to fly high with Blackbird Cigars. Blackbird Cigars offers you remarkable quality using the most delicate and finest tobacco to always ensure that you're receiving unsurpassed cigars. Blackbird Cigars strives to give you undoubted repeating flavor for every cigar you smoke and impressive quality so that you can always expect greatness. Check out their website for a full list of stores carrying Blackbird Cigars. Give them a test flight. Blackbird Cigars. Can't clip our wings. It's such an uplifting song. It's just, I thought that background music, it's so happy. After retiring from a legendary NHL career, Lanny McDonald, famous for his bushy mustache and role in leading the Calgary Flames to the 1989 Stanley Cup, turned much of his energy to helping his local community. In Calgary and smaller Alberta towns, McDonald has spent decades quietly supporting youth programs, local hockey leagues, and children's charities. One of his biggest contributions has been with Ronald McDonald House Charities and the Special Olympics, where he shows up not just as a figurehead, but as a hands-on volunteer, encouraging kids and families directly. He's also been a mentor for countless young hockey players, always emphasizing sportsmanship, kindness, and fun above winning. Many Albertans?
Yep.
Remember him not just as a hockey star, but as the guy who would stop and chat at the rink or drop in on a community fundraiser. Because of his approachable nature and willingness to help give his time, McDonald helped foster a sense of pride and togetherness in his community, making him beloved well beyond the ice. So be like Lanny McDonald and Blackbird Cigars, and don't let anybody clip your wings. I'm trying to find these Canadian ones.
Dude, he is a legend.
See, okay.
That mustache is a legend. That'd be a great Halloween outfit.
Just the
Give me an idea.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, it was good for something. Actually, before we move in, there was something else. You learned something from this show. There was a piece of advice that was given in this show that you used in your regular life.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that was a couple months ago. Someone were they on the show or they suggested it on the pulpit call-in, but hormone levels. We were talking about hormone levels and
testosterone
specifically the negative side effects of having low testosterone, etc. And you know what? My wife this year, she cares greatly about me. And so she's, you're going in for your we'll call it every couple of years. She wants this thorough blood test, right? So
yeah,
we're testing everything. And I suggested, I'm like, you know what? I was on the cigar show and learned, because she's always like, oh, cigars, it's always a negative thing. So she's like, no, check it out because, depression, everything else. Not that I'm depressed, but get it checked. So I did it. The cigar pulpit made me check my testosterone.
Yeah.
And so everything's good on my end, but it's interesting to the last caller who called in about how there are, in fact, side effects of taking testosterone. One
like the enhancement, to get you back to.
Yeah, well, there's always the pros, but like the negative side effects of once you take it, you have to take it for a long period of time. You can't kind of just stop, or there's real high negatives of stopping suddenly or whatever. But I was happy to know, just clean bill of health, that my hormone levels are just fine.
Okay.
Good job.
Well, there we go.
How are you guys doing your hormones?
I haven't had that tested.
Me
I did go
neither.
to the doctor. That blood work came back really, really well, but I have not had the testosterone done. I need to see if my insurance covers it, because that was one thing that the caller did mention, is that the insurance may or may not cover that test. So,
well, the fact
that does.
the fact that the only negative context of the horror movies was you wanted to see boobies would probably
I'm
say
thinking,
that your hormones
look,
are good.
Yeah.
There are various aspects of my life that I won't get into great detail right now, but I don't think anybody wants me to talk too detailed, but let's put it this way. I'm not worried about my testosterone level because of that aspect of things. I mean, could the low T have been affecting my energy level? Perhaps, various other aspects of my life, maybe. But that aspect of my life, I'm not worried about that.
You're dangerous still.
I'm not worried about that.
You're still, yeah. So my doctor, the first thing he said to me, he's like, well, how's your libido? Are you depressed? How's your energy level? He's just basically asking me everything.
Yeah.
That would be a side effect of having low testosterone. I'm like, I'm good. But when I hit the gym, it takes longer for me to get results. I've lost strength. Like my 20-year-old self could probably curl twice as much as my 50-year-old self. And he's like, well, that's unfortunately, that's quite normal.
It's just age.
Yeah. But, it's just nice to check out and get a clean bill of health, because there are some very negative things that can happen if that, and there's free testosterone, basically the testosterone that they find within your blood. And there's another test where, I don't know the details of it, but it's more of an average test where they measure the potential or whatever.
Okay. All right. Wow.
But thanks for the caller. Who was the caller who called it in?
I can't remember.
Yeah. Thanks, whoever you were. Thanks, Cigar Pulpit, for caring for my health.
There you go.
And
Testosterone.
and here you are introducing me to sausage gravy.
That's not going to help your health.
No, that's moving backwards.
That is a shift.
And we just
backwards.
smoked in 6 pounds of tobacco.
It's true. It's valid. I'm hurting both of you immensely today. All right. Well, I think we've done enough of the work. I think it's time that we finally have to score these guys and determine what cigar is going to leave this round and move on to the championship. So, Dave, we started with you last time.
Man, this is going to be tough.
You want to start this time, or am I shifting it to Luke?
Shift it backwards.
Oh, we're shifting it to Luke.
The old shifteroo.
Shift-a-roo.
You'll reach
Classic.
around.
Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first? I don't know if you're ready.
Go ahead. You go ahead. 'Cause
Oh,
that way
God.
I'll bring
I
him
was
everything.
hoping
I'll
you
bring up
would
my
say-
calculator here.
Cigar number one. I really enjoyed it. Despite the fact that it did try to kill me on the retrohale. I did enjoy it. Flavor wise, it was really good. Construction wise, I mean, it was solid. Burn line was good. Draw was good. I have absolutely nothing negative to say about that cigar. Let me look at the parameters here. Yeah, you know, it was solid. I'm gonna go. This is such a fucking hard round.
This is very tough.
I'm gonna give that cigar. I'm gonna give it an 88. I'm gonna give it an 88. It was solid. The only, it was solid. I don't have it only. It was what it was good. Cigar number 3. It had that initial sweetness off of it. I thought it was a little more, mild, in terms of strength. It was a little densely packed to where at times I was a little concerned about the draw, but during my experience with it, the draw was good. So, I mean, maybe that was just a nitpicky thing. Again, burn line on it was really, really straight. I enjoyed the flavor on that. I have to say, I probably enjoyed it a smidge more than number 1. So I'm going to rate number 3 a 90. Cigar number 4, the box pressed one. Look, this is subjective. I'm allowed to do this. I don't like box press, so it's going to lose a little bit just because of that. I probably shouldn't do that. That's not fair to it, but I will say burn line on it was really, really good. Draw on it was really good. Flavor on it was good. Construction of it was good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and match cigar number 1 and say 88 for cigar number 4. I'm not going to like knock it down because of that. I still liked cigar number 3 more than cigar number 4. Cigar number 7 was really good. You guys are dead on with the vanilla, you said vanilla wafer, you said vanilla, and what was the other?
Buttery vanilla.
Buttery vanilla, which kind of goes all in with that. Ash on it held really tight. My burn line had just a slight bit of wave, but all in all is well within the parameters of a straight burn line. Of the 4 that I smoked in this round, I feel like that one still had a good draw. It had the tightest draw of the 4, in my opinion. Man, this was a close round, and to be honest, like I said, I'm having to be more nitpicky this round than I was last round. Last round, there were some very clear differences and issues between the different cigars. This one, it's like, fuck, any one of these 4, I feel like could go to the final round. I'm going to give cigar number 7 only because of that tight draw. I'm going to drop it to an 87. I'm going to put it just below the 1 and the 4 because the draw on the 1 and the 4, I think, was better than the draw on cigar number 7, but that's just my opinion. So, all right, who's up next?
I'll go next just because then I can calculate it as we go.
Okay.
So the first cigar was hit out of the park for me. Tremendous construction, great cap, cocoa, very cocoa qualities with some baker's notes. Just perfect burn characteristics, right up my alley. So that's an easy 90. Number 3 was mild to medium. Again, great construction, creamy, reminiscent of marzipan, candied walnuts, like a oily on the palate.
Mm-hmm.
I give that an 82. And then we get number 4, which is construction was just beautiful. And had some toasted bread qualities, some citrus, vegetal notes, and then it was very finish centered. It was a oily palate, but it was centered on the mouth. That one an 85, and the last one, number 7, was great construction again. All 4 of these were amazing. Great cap. And that's the one that was like a creamy wafer, a vanilla wafer. It was lightly floral, fantastic burn with some hazelnut, beginning some hazelnut on the palate, and I gave that one 85.
Okay. All right, Dave, you're up.
All right. Like you said, this is a really hard one.
This is hard.
And I think first round we had a couple that stood out both ways from the other one.
Yes,
So
and it made it a
that
little
score was
easier.
kind of crazy all over the board. This one is going to be a close race. Like you said, any of these can take number 1. So the number 1 cigar, I really liked. It was nice and rich, and it's what I usually smoke, like that sort of cigar. And some of these other ones kind of surprised me. This one I'm going to give. We'll go at an 88.
Okay.
So very solid. I would smoke that any day. The next one was very smooth. Perfect cigar to start your day with a nice cup of coffee. And you could smoke it all day if you wanted to, back to back. And that was number
3.
Was that 3? So I'm going to give that, we'll go with an 89.
Oh, you like it more than the
I
cigar
did.
number 1? Okay.
Yeah, I think the cigar number 1 might have developed more throughout the smoke, which probably would have bumped it up a little bit. But as far as flavor wise goes, the number 3 took it just by a hair. Number 4 was good. I don't mind a box press at all. Mine had a little bit of burn line issues, which doesn't really matter. I could tell that I would have had to touch that up if I went all the way through it, but also all these had a great draw for me. I had no issues whatsoever. That one, the flavor was a little bit off from the first 2. I'm going to go 86.
Okay.
And then the last one surprised me the most. The construction was perfect. The burn line was perfect. The draw was perfect. The flavor was perfect. Like you could start your day with that. You could end your day with that. Smoke it all throughout. And it would pair well with anything, I think. I'm going to go with a 90.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty.
All right. So
we're tabulating our averages.
Tabulating the averages here.
And just
envelope with the answers as to what they are.
Number 1, we have an average of 88.6.
Solid.
Number 3 is 87.
Ooh. Oh, so
number
just slightly off from
slightly
number
off.
1.
Even again, slightly off. Number 4, 86.3.
Man.
And number 7's 87.3.
Okay, so number 1 is the one that took it.
Uno took it.
Okay. So,
Nice.
Oh man, guys.
I think we have.
What did I predict? What did I say earlier? I said, what happens if number 1 and number 5 go against each other?
Yep.
And, well, hopefully I didn't skew it by saying that, but I think.
I don't even remember you saying that till
But
you
okay, yeah.
brought that back up.
All right, so now I'm going to open up the envelope and we are going to see what we just smoked. So, I'm going to start with, what was the lowest one of them?
The lowest one was at 87.
Number 7?
Number 3.
Number 3. Number 3 is the Nica Rustica Abode. At number 3. So
actually, there was the one slightly lower to that. Number 4 was slightly lower, 86.3.
Okay. Number 4 was the Southern Classic private label, and I believe this was the Habano. So there we go. And then number 7. 7 was the Zino Nicaragua.
Wow.
Which puts number 1 the Charter Oak Maduro.
Wow.
So the Charter Oak Maduro in the next episode will be going up against the CAO Fasa Sol for the championship round of the $8 Battle of the Budgets. So that was difficult.
That could have went anyway.
Yeah, because when you look at the averages, we're all within 2 points.
87 to 87.3. And between 87 to 86.3.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the top one taking it at 88.6.
Yeah. So, and what are the averages in comparison to the last round? Last round was 84, 87.6, 67.3, and 82.3. So yeah, I mean, we were definitely more varied the last round, but the top one, just going based off that. But I mean, we got to smoke it one more time just to give it its fair due. Because again, all cigars, even though they're being handmade products, they're all different. So maybe in the championship round, they smoke differently, and who knows? But as it stands right now, we have the CAO Fasa Sol taking on the Charter Oak Maduro in the final round. So, gentlemen, this has been fun.
Yes, sir.
Socials, real quick. Got to get that out of the way. I'm available on Instagram at The Cigar Pulpit. I'm on Facebook, where we have the Pulpit Parishioners group. Twitter/X. You can watch this on Rumble and YouTube. And if you use Spotify, I do Spotify video as well as audio. I do need your calls for Ask the Pulpit, so you can give us a ring on the hotline at area code 863-874-0000. That's 863-874-0000. And where can we follow you guys on the socials?
For me, Red Banana Art across all platforms, and on Facebook, Red Banana Toys as well.
And I am MySticks, 35 millimeter, mostly on Instagram. You also get me on X.
All right. This has been fun. Well,
Yes.
guys, tune in on Tuesday to find out what happens in the championship round of the Battle of the Budgets 2025. This has been another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm Nick.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Luke.
Everybody stay safe and stay smoky. Now, which one are you guys firing back up first? Because I mean,
All four.
This round, I'm not wasting.
I'm
these
just going to
cigars.
smoke them all four at one time.
Oh my god! Later, guys.
See
Bye-bye.
ya.